Hello folks and welcome to a Wise Gamer video. Today we're going to be going over Realm Connects. We're going to go over some facts and so everybody has a clear understanding of how this all works. Today, as we know, one of my servers that I'm on, my main server actually, is going through an actual connect today with another server called Lothra. Or Lothara. Lothar. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing this correctly. And I don't know if I mentioned again that my server is Grizzly Hills. They're both PvE servers, and they're both low pop, and that's the main reason why they're connecting them. Now let's go over a little bit of some facts here, because I know some people have been asking these questions. Realm Connects and Realm Merges are two separate, totally different things. Realm Connects is basically what Blizzard is doing right now with the servers in the past that they've already connected, like my original server, which is Archidon, which I'm going to be using as an example later on, because they already went through a Realm Connect. They were one of the first, and they actually ended up getting connected with 3 servers actually. They originally started off with just 2 servers, and then they eventually added the 3rd server to connect with them, and they could also do the same here if there's still some servers left. So first of all, Realm Merges. Realm Merges is basically where you all become all part of that one realm. Okay? It's just like if you merge a guild, or if you transfer your guild, or transfer a toon, you actually become that server that you're going to. Okay? So with Realm Merges, you do become actually all part of that one realm. So if Grizzly Hills, say, merged with Lothra, we would all become Lothra, not Grizzly Hills. We would no longer be associated with Grizzly Hills, or vice versa. Okay? Realm Connects, you're still actually part of that main server that you originated from. They're just making the 2 combine so that they could work together, group up, use the same auction house, and even join the same guilds and things like that. But you are theoretically still really on your original server before the connection started. So here's the difference. If you went to, say, chat to somebody, say in trade chat, it would show the name, and then next to it, it would show the original server that they're actually part of in brackets. Okay. Now when a merge, of course, an actual merge, that it would just show the name because everybody's on that one server. Okay, so we got that squared away. Now, as far as PvP ratings, because that's basically what I'm going to be covering in this, because this is what I've been doing lately. I haven't been doing any PvE in a while, but I'm sure they both work the same way. Is theoretically, again, you're only going to be shown, even if you join a guild on the other connected servers, if you joined one of their guilds, your character's not really going to show up in that guild as far as progression goes or PvP ratings, as far as I know, using Guildox anyways. I tried toying around a little bit with WoW progression, but I didn't have too much good luck with that. It just took too much time for me to really figure it out and all that stuff. So I'm just going to stick with basically what I know using Guildox for this demonstration. Okay, so let's say you're in the #1 PvP guild on your original realm. Let's say in my case, my guild happens to be the #1 guild on Grizzly Hills for RBG ratings, because we do the most of them, and we are about the only really PvP guild at the moment. But on the new server that's going to be connecting with us, I understand that they have a pretty active Horde guild that does PvP. Okay? Now, a lot of people might be thinking, well, if they come over and their rating's a little bit higher than ours is, are they now going to show as number 1 on Guildox. No, they're still going to show number 1 on their server. So they don't really butt heads, and it doesn't really matter. And let me just open up my homepage here, just to give you an example of that. Let me drop another tab here. And right down here, I have Guildox shown on the home page, which I have the website of my guild on. And you're going to see it under BG down here. You're going to see that we're listed as number 1. Okay. Now, when that Horde guild merges with us, they're still going to hold number 1, but not in competition with us. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear. And just to kind of prove the fact, I'm going to go back to here. Okay. And using my old PvP server as an example, we're going to see that the number 1 guild right now, as far as RBGs go, shown on Archidon, is this one right here called Gape Train. Okay. Now, if we go to click on them, and then click on RBGs again, you're going to see all the individual ratings right here. And they're actually doing pretty damn good. Okay, so now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it down here, because sometimes when I'm using this video capture device that I'm using right now for this video, I'm not using OBS at the moment, it doesn't sometimes show these. It kind of makes my cursor stick. So if it does that, just bear with me and I will still explain it. Okay. Now, as we go down this list, everybody in here, you're going to see at the bottom left here, if it does show, just above my search, my find field here. When I mouse over each one of these guys here, you're going to see that it shows Archidon. 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 Okay? Right down the list. Even though they're still merged with 2 other servers. And I'm sure that they have those guys too also in their guild, but none of them are showing up here on the list. But now if we open up WoW Armory, let me see if I could do this in another tab. It's not going to do that. Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's not going to do that. Okay. We go to this person. I'm going to click on the guild roster. And I hope Gape Train don't mind me using them in this video as an example. But hey, it's free advertisement for you guys. You guys are doing well. Okay, so if we click on roster. Okay, now I've already kind of went through some of these names earlier before the video, so I won't take too much time. We're going to see that most of these guys, when I mouse over their names, it's going to show their actual server that they're a part of. And all these guys on the top from Archidon. And if we go down to this person right here, we're going to see that they're from a server called Chakal. Is it pronounced Chakal? Okay. And the same with this person right here. Chakal. Okay. But now if you remember, they weren't in that list. And we could see that their ratings are high enough to be shown in that list. 5 BGs. He's almost pushing 2,000. Okay. Or she. Let's remember the name. I'm going to just remember Fuller, even though it's Fullerton. And then this other person right here, E-Stock. We're going to click on him. Warrior. Gonna mouse down a bit. Up. And we're going to see that his rating also is 17 change, which is pretty good. Okay. I'm going to go back. Now let's kind of remember these names. Let's just remember Fuller and E-Stock. Now Fuller, for some strange reason, is not showing up at all in the Guildox list, but I know E-Stock does. But if we go back, to Guildox, you're going to see that E-Stock is not in here. And it lists all people from 2,000, 2,100 rating, all the way down to 0. Okay, so he would definitely be in this list because we know he's doing them. And all that good stuff. Also, though, too, a lot of guilds don't do them together anymore. Except for, like, you know, the real hardcore guilds, like on the more high pop servers, like Tichondrius and Doc Spear and all that. But for being a low pop server that we are very fortunate that we do have full 10-man RBG groups in our guild. And that's why our ratings are pretty tight compared to being more spread apart. But anyways, that's not really what this video is about. The pure fact is we do not see Fuller or E-Stock at all in this list, but yet he's a part of this. They're a part of this guild. Okay. Now, but if we went to this, if we went to their actual server, their actual home server, Gal, or whatever it's called. Now it's showing us people on this server. Yeah. But yet we didn't see them in the Archidon list at all. We didn't see any of these people in the Archidon list. Now, if it was an actual server merge, they would all be showing under either Archidon or Chagall or Bleeding Hollow, whichever server they merge to. So there is still actual separation here when it comes to actually numbers and looking up information on people. It's not really going to share in a guild. It's bottom line. Okay? So say if we merged and we had a guy come over and join our guild and he had a 2,500 rating, it's not going to count towards us as a guild. It's just going to count towards him. Okay? And as we go down the list, we now see that Warrior E-Stock, who did not show up on Archidon. He only showed up in the Armory. Okay? So these are the facts I wanted to make clear so people have a true understanding of how this is all going to work. We're not really in competition with each other as far as that goes. And again, I don't know about the other sites. I don't know how they show it, but I still think it's the same. You know, you're really together. You're really only together on your server in very few areas now. Everything else is cross realm. You know, when you're out in the world, Ironforge, Silvermoon, all that. The only time you're really together on your server now is when you're in Stormwind, you know, the capital, Stormwind for the Alliance, and of course Orgrimmar for the Horde, and then the Shrines and Mop areas. That's it. All the other areas, doesn't really matter which realm you're on. And that's basically what I wanted to just cover today. Just so everybody has more clear of an understanding, especially for the guys in my guild and stuff like that, or anybody watching who has not been connected yet with other servers. And again, I'm kind of getting used to my cursor here because when I go over too much to the right, I just got my second monitor active today. And I'm getting seasick looking at two monitors. I'm not used to it. But it's really cool. I'm going to be able to do a lot of streaming now and see chats and all that. So I should be able to pump up my activity more as far as media goes. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for now today. If you have any comments, any corrections that I maybe blooped on or whatnot, and if you have more information than I have, please comment below or let me know if you're somebody I play with on a daily basis. And for now, I thank you so much for watching, and this was Wise Gamer Videos, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, and bye-bye.